Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of My Grandfather's Road. Today we'll be talking about a topic that's relevant to all ages, and as you can see, my dad and I have brought a very, very special guest.
Hello.
For this podcast, it's Minister Josephine Teo, and this is not your first time here.
Of course not.
We are
Good to
very
see you
happy.
again.
We are very happy to have
to
you
see you
again.
Good to
too,
see you.
Edmund.
Finally, I must say.
Yeah, we were not in foreign service at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you
We have some part of our history in MFA, but not at the same time.
So you have something in common together. Amazing.
Of course.
Yes, all government servants.
Yeah. Serving the nation.
Yes.
Amazing. So I have a question for the both of you. Has technology helped you improve your relationships with the people around you?
Yes and no. So, for example, if you are physically far apart,
Yeah.
and they can include friends, they can include family, you know, being able to connect, whether through social media or messaging services, is helpful.
Okay.
It's helpful. You can keep in touch, but must also, not assume that it is everything. It doesn't replace the face-to-face.
It doesn't replace the physical connection that you can have.
And the face-to-face interaction.
Your dad was in diplomacy.
Yeah.
He will know that,
Yeah.
There's-
The personal touch
yeah,
must be there.
you can write
Over and above everything else. Yeah.
because you got to see the person and feel the emotion.
And
I agree.
the person trusts you.
Even in a work
Yeah.
setting, for meetings,
Correct.
I prefer to not do it online or on Zoom. Prefer to meet the person, take a 20-minute drive to wherever they are, look for them. But I think at the end of the day, you walk off with a bit more meaning and a bit happier with that
But
physical
see,
interaction.
Short of the most meaningful way of interactions face-to-face, short of that, I think the digitalization has brought families closer in different ways. Like, if I want to know something about what Hao is doing or Kaylee is doing, I go into
Instagram.
IG.
At least it's not a black box. You know what's going
I'm
on.
not completely blinded.
Right.
I know what's happening because what are the chances that we get to meet every other day? Don't talk about every day, lah. Even every week
Yeah.
or other week. So I think technology has replaced some of that. But again, like what you say, don't assume that it's all. Lah. It cannot be all because the moment you are not seeing each other, there is that lack of a personal touch.
Yeah.
To many things. I mean, it's
Not the same. Not the same.
It's really
Even a choice, you would rather sit together to lakopi,
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I
Unless it's like, unless it's
keep up
those
with my colleagues, ex-colleagues,
Yeah.
lakopi.
everything, kopi, roti prata, everything you have to because
Electronic table
Because
tennis,
electronic-
electronic ping pong, not quite the same.
no, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Now, nowhere to
You can
the real
reproduce the
stuff. Nowhere to the real stuff.
I'll let you try VR ping pong. I'll let you try that.
Is it? Nothing is better than the personal touch. I'm sure. I feel because with friends, when we sit down, there's so much cheer, so much grandfather stories to
Yeah.
tell. And it's the fun of the telling stories. That bring us closer.
It's true.
Even if we have not met for long.
So you remember during COVID, we cannot even shout the low head.
Things happen.
Yeah, remember we had to use our little phone to press the button for the
How personal is that?
no kick, right?
Yeah.
No kick. Now you can.
We even tried playing board games. So me and my friends, very often we have this board game night where we just get and play Werewolf, Avalon, and
Yeah.
Coop, some of these games together. Then during COVID, we tried to do it online, and we all went onto a website. We all made accounts, and there wasn't that banter. There wasn't that physical interaction where we can look at each other's eyes.
For lack of a real thing, it's still okay. It's still okay.
In what ways have technology made your life better? And what's your favorite usage of technology?
I love talking to people to understand how they benefit
Yeah.
from
Yes,
these
yes.
digital technology. You know what? a group of seniors told me, one auntie told me, it says, before I go out, I want to know whether it's going to rain in my area. Because if it's going to rain, I have to keep my clothes. If it's not going to rain, I can leave my clothes out in the sun. That's how she uses it.
That's
Quite
true.
good, right?
That's true. That's
One
true.
uncle told me, he says, oh, I have to make medical appointments. You know, last time I got a call and so on. Now I go online.
Click.
I can find the slot that they are available. I can check my own calendar. Then I can book quite.
Yeah, I do that too.
This auntie said every month she will check her bank balance because her daughter's supposed to put her allowance in.
Right.
Haha. Then she will know whether her daughter did it
Right.
already.
You
or
don't
not.
have to go to the bank.
So
all the
Jianhao,
time.
you put already?
You didn't put.
I didn't do it.
Oops.
Oops. We are not also leaving those who are less savvy, older individuals behind.
Exactly.
And how do we cope with that?
Yeah.
Maybe you could sort of.
Oh, very
expand
happy to
that.
share.
Yes,
Very happy to share. So we have different schemes. Most people find it not too difficult to acquire their own device and to acquire a plan, you know. And so, you know, that may be true of most people, but there will still be a group, particularly if your family circumstances are more constrained. We find it difficult. So we do have schemes to support them, meaning, you know, make the plans cheaper and also make the device cheaper. So the scheme has been in place for some time now. Last year, we simplified it to make it easier.
Okay.
And we also find ways to, you know, publicize it so that the families who need it, especially if they're bigger households or they are already quite strained, you know, having to deal with other expenses, they will be able to access it.
So they can get like a phone, or is it just?
They have a choice even.
Oh, they have a
Yeah, because we don't
It's
assume
like
that.
CDC voucher, but for technology.
Yes, yes. So we do two things. One is we try to bring down the device cost, and for the families who are eligible, they can get hold of it. But we accept the fact that, you know, there will be some families who find this even difficult. You know, so, you know, it could be as low as, say, you know, $100, $200, but let's say for a tablet. But for some of them, they may still find that it is a strain. So then we work with, you know, our partners in the Digital for Life movement to say, can you help to provision a device to this family, you know, for free? And there are many kind-hearted people who are willing to do so. It may not be a brand new device, but they have, you know, fitted it out. They have reconditioned it. It's usable.
Yes.
So we have support for different groups of our Singaporeans. For seniors, we have a Seniors Go Digital program. You know,
I attended one of
you did
courses
Silver
The-
Silver Infocom.
at PSA. Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, I did with Kaylee.
Okay.
That's why I saw you make a speech.
Is that right?
That was the.
Okay.
Wait, what do you attend again? What is the scheme? Was it?
Senior citizen go.
Seniors Go Digital.
That's the one, and you'll be surprised. You will actually have a lot of senior citizens that are really well plugged, you know, into the digitalization scheme. Okay,
I'm sure.
I tell you, I couldn't be more impressed.
Oh,
Last year, I did the Smart Digital Citizen course,
is that right?
and I'm going to do Chat GPT.
Wow.
Wow.
Course.
What
This
do you
coming
learn
out this
in
April.
What do you learn?
Well, a lot of things, you know, in even being a smart digital citizen, they teach you things like social media platforms, how to create your own TikTok,
Okay.
how to create your IG account,
Not bad.
and then they open you up to or expose you to the various dangers, threats
Okay.
online.
You can be an online creator. You can be a content creator.
Whatever. Yeah, I think it's not difficult. So there was a gang of us, maybe 30 people in the course. And half of these people are much older individuals.
Right.
And they tell you very serious problems like, hey, look, I can't even see the script. No, I can't even see the screen on the...
Font size too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very tough, you know, sweat, you know. And then I have never used WhatsApp, by the way, because then WhatsApp I have got to doing English and all that, some of these older folks. So it's already quite a great fit for them to go sign up for the course.
Yes.
Not to talk about how much they can learn and all that. I think it's a good step forward.
Okay, so on the topic of social media, right? What are some challenges that you face technologically wise? Okay.
It's difficult, and I have to ask
Has the
for
government tell you don't anyhow trip?
I have to ask for their help. Yeah, and the thing is, it's not easy lah. I mean, these kids they are also having their own
Yeah, they are
things
busy.
to do and all that. So,
Come to the CC.
correct.
CC
You are right.
got digital
Which I
ambassador.
Which I went. By the way, I went.
Okay,
I
good.
can even identify you which CC I went. West Coast. West Coast CC.
Good.
They
Okay.
have actually what you call
Digital ambassadors.
and a center.
Purple shirt.
Yes, a center outside their main office where they will answer to all the questions of the senior digital citizens.
All right, but have they helped you fix the TV before? So one day my mom called me and she was telling me, "Oh, your dad, he's
Flustered.
he's so flustered because there's supposed to be a match going on and he can't seem to work the TV."
Football man.
And I'm like, and so I tried to FaceTime them. It didn't work.
Nowadays can watch on computer. What?
Yeah, lah, but I was just on
Okay,
on
I
the TV
understand.
because Kaylee bought a new TV. So we were still feeling with it.
So I tried
Totally
to FaceTime
understand.
them and
Totally
and
understand.
I arrived and all I did was plug out the HDMI, plug in to another HDMI, and my dad was like, "Wow, magic."
Oh, so he didn't quite bang it. Lah.
He's the magician.
Yeah, I understand.
From a child's point of view, I am also very worried about my parents being on social media and being online because
What if they cannot scam?
yes,
Thinking that they are buying cheap eggs.
yes,
Right.
and also because
Travel package.
I think there is always
So I understand.
that,
Yeah.
that
You
relative
tell them you don't use, is it?
it's also stuff like them taking videos of us, right? And at really private moments, as a parent, you would love to just take videos. So that's what they did when we were much younger with the videotape and all the older characters that you just take videos of us. So they're very used to that.
Yes.
Then come today's day and age where the children is a little bit more exposed to online, and sometimes you can reveal the address, sometimes you can reveal something very private. So it's like things like this
Yeah.
True.
that contribute to the online safety.
One call will do. Just tell us.
Oh yeah, I do it a lot. I do it a lot.
Not lady.
I do it a lot.
搞掉.
Because we assume that the safety we experience in physical Singapore, we can also experience the same level online. Forgetting, and it's very natural to forget, that the moment you step online, you're not actually in Singapore anymore. You are in the World Wide Web.
In one of the courses that I told you I attended, the Smart Digital Citizen last year, they even show you that there are professional scammers. Their job is every day, and their job 9 to 5 is to open up their system
Yes.
and just go
Yes.
and do phishing,
Yeah.
do scams. This is a full-time job,
So
They
just
are
like
paid for that.
just like an older generation can't understand what is an influencer.
Yeah.
How come you can have this job called influencing? It's also hard for some, folks to figure out that, hey, there are people who do scamming. for a living.
Yes.
It's quite scary. Speaking of scams, I have a little test for you.
Wow.
See whether you can spot scams or not.
Okay.
For real,
I
So there is this, I prepared some posters. This is one.
Okay.
This one, MSW, you know what, right?
Mao Sang Wang.
Heng, lucky
Heng.
you know.
I eat all the time.
Yeah. 2 Mao San Wang for $5. I asked
That looks
mine.
legit, but
I asked,
I'm a durian lover. If you give
Go for
me
it.
this, I'll go for it. Really,
Go
I'll
for it.
No big deal.
$5.
Otherwise, $5, no big deal.
Have you bought
you
two Mao Shan Wang for $5 before?
Have you? Yeah, good question.
Yeah.
Jianhao say.
There are good Mao Shan Wangs and there are bad Mao Shan Wangs as well. Maybe the bad one. So maybe
Mao Shan
because of that you get scammed. That is a scam itself.
What they might do is that because you think so harmless, $5 only what? You're prepared to say pay the $5. But before you pay the $5, they may trick you to say you must download this app first. Then you download this app into your phone, into your
That's when
device,
they
and you didn't realize that this app that they download is a naughty app. This naughty app can almost see and can see every button that you press. It's called key logging. So therefore, they log.
Okay.
So when you press your actual bank account number and your say password or whatever lah, they are capturing it.
Correct.
So they can access
So
your
they
bank account.
stole more than your $5, and you didn't realize it because they used this.
Because of my love for Mao Shan Wang.
Exactly.
I think you need to go for another course.
Oh, because $5 only, ma.
Because they know how to play on your feelings. They know that you are suckers for Mao Shan Wang. Well, now I'm very scared. Everyone also cannot. Everyone also scam.
Okay,
Myself say this is scam.
This one claims to be from Android, the operating system. Firstly, the spelling salah lah.
yeah.
Tio bo. Android is not spelled like that. We have detected that your phone software is outdated and it is at risk from malware. Or sounds like it's helping you on.
No, this one very commonly seen one. This one very commonly seen. Then they ask you go update your thing and then ask you to click in. Wow.
Yeah, clicks out.
Scam liao, scam liao.
I think it's a scam. Usually if it's on an Android, the update will come.
My policy is everyone is scam, lah, so this must be scam.
You can actually install antivirus software.
Install lah.
Yes.
It's not inbuilt lah.
But then you may ask, must pay or not? Because if I have to pay for this antivirus software, I don't want lah. It's a
Should pay one.
no.
No. Ah.
They are free things.
Free.
They are good.
Oh, freebies ah. Wow.
So if you
Good freebies. Good.
yeah. This one, go to CSA's website, Cybersecurity Agency of Singapore, to download the free antivirus software. I also have.
that one.
I also
CSA
have.
safe. CSA safe.
Yeah, but look for your own CSA. Don't kena the fake CSA.
Okay, but you tend to be a bit more like,
I'm the typical Gyasu.
Actually, what's quite helpful is that their age group, because they are more careful. Contrary to what people think, they tend not to be the scam victims. You 31, right?
Yeah.
Okay, your age group, 20 to 39. You are half of all scam victims. Half.
In a way, it's also not surprising.
Yes, because they are online.
You tend to be, online.
Buy everything online.
You tend to be probably more gullible
Okay, so
than the older folks, I mean,
You're
those in
not smarter.
it turns out no.
I said,
unless every advert is a Mao Shan Wang lah.
I'm buying a scam for Coldplay tickets.
Those scams that say this photo of you, is this really you?
Yeah.
There's been times where I clicked on that. So what do you think about the usage of Chat GPT, such as students in school using it or even people at work using Chat GPT? Do you think it's something that's beneficial to society?
You've used it, right?
Of course, I use it every day.
Uncle Edmund has also
I
used it,
am
right?
going for a course on it.
I see. After you use it, what's your own sense?
So I use Chat GPT since the previous models, and now it's Chat GPT 4. And I've used it in many ways. One way would be for ideation, of course, because as a content creator, you need that initial spark, and I feel like that really helps. And also the way it works with language, so it helps me verbalize my thoughts better. And also sometimes it helps with writing Christmas and Valentine's cards, or wedding speeches.
So up to now, do you think they can replace Jianhao Tan?
I think no,
Why?
because it does not yet have a physical representation of me.
It doesn't have a face.
or virtual, not even a virtual representation of me that is close to what you would get from, a camera.
Right. Okay.
But I think it could possibly replace some of my behind the scenes script writers. They're all staring at me, or editors in the future. So I think for me, it's more important that somebody learns how to use the AI
Right.
rather than
But then jobs will be taken away. No, Minister?
Well, when we say AI, often we just mean artificial intelligence, lah. But actually, there's another way of thinking about it. It's augmented intelligence.
Okay.
Jianhao has creativity. He uses Chat GPT, which is one of the ways in which you get to use AI to, trigger part of his ideation process. But then to bring it to completion, Jianhao adds a lot of other things.
Yes.
His personal experiences, his own sense of what audiences will like.
There is the value add also.
There's the value add. Potentially, it can augment his creative process, make him more productive. Whereas in the past, he might be able to take on one, project.
Yeah.
Because he has this tool, he potentially can take on more projects because it helps him
Absolutely.
speed up,
Yep.
certain parts of it.
Yeah.
But how to get to the point where it doesn't replace him is the magic that we all have to discover. It's with almost every technology, certain parts of our work life, will be taken over and performed by the machine. So, for example, in his time, he has never heard of the typing pool. You and I actually have got
We've gone through
a whole,
Yeah.
a team of wonderful colleagues back in the old days where we needed something typed up. We would bring our handwritten, drafts and bring it to the typing pool.
where you have a pool of
Typists.
writers, typists who will just be doing the typing job.
shop.
No, in your office.
office.
Oh.
In your department, let's say.
Okay.
If you are in one department,
So they type it out.
they type it
Our
out,
job was to type it up.
and then you're not happy, you redraft, and then let them do it again.
Then you got a few words wrong, then you bring it back to the typing pool. Sure kena scolding one.
Oh,
Why
wow.
not write properly? In Jianhao's example, just because his productivity allows him to take on more projects doesn't mean he has to. He has the choice. He can choose to say, I still do not wish to, but I have free up my time. I want to spend more time, doing other things, right? So he can do that.
It saves a lot of time.
So technology and artificial intelligence being one type of technology potentially can help us to be more efficient, more productive. So then that comes to the question of, well, then will it take away some jobs? The truth of it is that technology has always replaced humans in some ways. And quite often it is the jobs that dangerous, dirty, and maybe we humans don't really want to do because it's very repetitive, it's very monotonous, it's not particularly enjoyable. So then the question becomes, do we allow it to take over some of these jobs that we, in any case, prefer not to do?
So who decides that? Does
So
the
that's a
government
really
decide
good
that?
question. I don't think it is possible for a government to decide on these
Can you not regulate it? Like we will not allow.
Okay, forces lah.
We will not allow AI surgeons, or like AI dentists.
Let me ask you if there was a plane
Yeah.
that was unmanned, do you want to go?
Oh no, I don't.
Exactly.
I don't.
You still don't want it,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. You know why? Because in our daily use of technology, we know that it doesn't always work. For example, if the Wi-Fi is off, something doesn't work. So you'll be thinking, oh my goodness, I step into this plane, then something doesn't work, then what are we left with? It will be quite some time before we are prepared to hand over all of these serious responsibilities to a machine. But there will be some types of activities that we think, okay this one can manage, Actually, the AI is already in the background being used in many instances. Some maybe not so good. For example, anything that you come across on social media, there is an AI system behind it that is surfacing it to you. So if you are aware of it, then you may have to exercise a choice. Do I only want to come across content that is served up to me, or do I exercise my choice to look for content myself and not only to depend on what is served up to me?
Right.
But that depends on awareness. A lot of it will be a question of how aware, how much we understand the technology and how it's influencing the world around us. And as a result of this awareness, exercise our choices. And the exercise of the choice could be in terms of, okay, I'm going to learn how to use this technology in order to, empower myself, enable me to do more things, or to protect myself from its potential risks and harms. So it's often said that it's not the AI that will take away your job, but the person who is armed with AI that puts you at risk.
So how does one go about doing that? Because I love that saying, and it's something that I have also told my team. You guys need to be equipped and learn how to use AI. But a lot of them will ask, where do we begin? How do we start?
That's the best thing, about something like Chat GPT. It's not the full answer. Frankly speaking, in using Chat GPT, I find some of the responses helpful, some of the responses not helpful. There's a certain formula, there's a certain sameness to the response. And it's not surprising that the response feels a bit robotic, right? It lacks something, It's not the same as, so for example, I've heard our president speak many times.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure one day the AI can spew out something, that sounds like him, or maybe it already does. But because I've heard him speak before, I know that there will be many occasions where he introduces a different angle, a certain liveliness to it.
Yep.
That you can't quite get from the GPT at this point in time. Maybe at some point in time it becomes even more authentic,
right.
Yeah, more sophisticated. But as of the present, I do not know when it will get there or if it will ever get there. But I like to believe that human beings are very adaptable, as we have been. We've always learned how to use the technology. It doesn't mean that the technology don't bring its risks. It does mean that we have to work very hard to try and manage the risks, to make it palatable, make it manageable, and still, benefit from it. As to exactly how, every type of technology has surprised us.
Sure.
We did not quite expect, the way electricity will be used in so many parts of our life. Computers, the World Wide Web, the internet. It has been used in more imaginative ways than we expected. We didn't quite know there would be such a thing called influencers. Right? Yeah.
Did you expect AI to grow so fast over the last 2 years?
Before ChatGPT, Singapore was already using AI. So, for example, we had been thinking about using facial recognition, to do immigration clearance because our borders are very busy. What they have done is to make it quite accessible, meaning that if you learned how to use ChatGPT, you can access quite a lot more knowledge. But you must know that what it gives back to you is not 100%, accurate. There will be occasions where, it's talking nonsense.
Yeah.
At one time, I checked, I asked about Mr. Lee Kuan Yew to ChatGPT, and in the answer, very convincing answer, or they almost like write a biography of Mr. Lee, Then they mentioned his wife as someone he loved very much, and then they gave a name for Mr. Lee's wife. And it was not Madam Kwak Yok Tu. It was an invented name. So...
Oh, so became fictional.
Accurate. Yeah, far from being accurate,
Yeah.
Minister, and it was really a fun-filled session.
Thank you for
Very
helping me to learn so much.
And you learned a lot. I hope you learned a lot. Now you can go to your course saying, I've got prior knowledge from
I can go Chat GPT course and tell them, you ain't good enough yet.
Okay. Wow. And with that, I'll say thank you and bye. Subscribe.
Bye.